Welcome, Virgos. Let's see what books want to reach out to you in the Akashic Records Library. I'm Key. This is for Sun, Moon, and Rising. Virgos, Divine, Feminine, Masculine, whoever is in the library. Let's get it. Your heart is the King of Wands. You know what you want, you know why you want it, and the way in which you have worked on it. But you're seeing that as a king, to want something is not just the surface, it's beyond. It took a lot of going within to see this. So you already know that you are a mature person. You are a king. And this took you to know this either from another fire sign or a person in your world that seen that fire in you. Even though this is for Virgo, you're bringing out, wow, you're ascending into your fire element. That's about all action, awareness. So yes, your earth sign, but now you're stepping into an element that will take you, oh, okay, ancestors saying, rising from the ashes like the phoenix. Okay. Forgiveness. Your present is forgiveness. Again, wanting to work on something or work it out with another person. This person could have brought out your fire, or Virgo, you could have brought out their fire. You are earth. So again, that groundiness. Maybe this person that cares about you felt like they could give you the answers, or again, they're very intellectual, they can articulate their feelings, yet with you is something beneath that, is where what they say in words, you help them to see how to translate that in their actions. And it took a lot of forgiveness. So you had this person step out of their element. They're not used to this they probably were used to telling people how they felt or what they wanted, but to what extent? That took a lot of forgiveness on their part. Even with yourself, it's not just one way. Maybe in your way, Virgo, you had to forgive aspects of yourself in accepting someone that may not be of their own element. Again, just because somebody wants something and they know why they want it, they may not know what way they want it and why. What made them want that in the first place? So again, you are there to teach each other. Yes, in different ways, but that one thing remains the same. Forgiveness was needed. That's what makes both you and another learn. So both of y'all had to learn a huge karmic lesson. Forgiveness. Not just for what people say, but why people say what they do. Okay. You will have the opportunity. This person is looking for that opportunity to face you. Again, if it required forgiveness, that meant that something had to feel at fault or didn't feel right, or just felt like it failed, like somebody failed you or you failed them. Again, that mirror image. And we have fire again. I didn't pick that up until now. You are ascending. you know you're a king. And if you know you're a king, that means you're ascending past the king as an emperor. You're building an empire. In order to build an empire, you have to look at yourself first as that king. When a king is appointed something that is not favorable or feels like a foe to the king, do they fight or do they forgive? Now, depending on the king, him or herself, some will feel like in order for me to forgive, I have to fight or I had to battle out with someone. This time you're not doing that, Virgo. You are knowing that you already said what you had to say. You already feel what you are feeling. So, again, this person wants to come to you, Virgo, and really understand, for one, you are, from you ascending, Virgo, you are receiving an exciting new opportunity, career advancement, change your life now. From you forgiving whatever relationship that did not work out or whatever place or thing that didn't work out, it probably wasn't made for you at that moment. It's like if we didn't see it as a relationship, let's look at it this way. If this was a job and you were released or let go, this is something you worked for. This is something that you put a lot of forward energy in. I mean, you did beyond what was assigned to you at that job, yet you were let go for whatever reason. Yes, it's all right to feel what you're feeling, which can be anger, resentment, again, that failure or feeling like not appreciative or appreciated. That's God's way of saying it's something just around the corner waiting for you that will appreciate you, that a work that you want will be there waiting for you the way you wanted it, though. It's like, wow, okay, ancestors, it's like putting a hole in a square peg. Is that how it goes? I know y'all gonna get on me. But again, it's kind of like this table. Yes, you have a square table, but then you're trying to put this hole in the square. First of all, this hole that I'm making is this size. But again, what you have to offer is bigger than this square table. Now, could it fit in the square? No. So you probably had experiences many times before, Virgos, where you are more than what it is assigned to you. And again, you had to forgive that. Because for one, it was showing you how far you are. Some people may feel intimidated by you. Some people may feel embarrassed or that fearful of you taking their spot. That could have been why you're stepping into a king role. A king doesn't have to worry about stepping on another king's lane. So maybe around you in your life, you had been the alpha in a lot of situations. And when people see the alpha, meaning imagine you again, and we all are God, and his or her image and their image. But a lot of times we don't think that what we say is actually facts, meaning when you go outside, whatever you do, have you noticed how it always made you feel like you're the alpha? Like you are always out of the pack, you're the one that people look at to lead them. Yet when it comes to giving you the accolades or the awards, they don't do that. So that's going to stop. Now you're going to get the accolades, the awards, the appreciation, the attention. It's because you had to forgive what you already experienced, though. These experiences are only for a king. Only a king can handle this. Not a knight, not a page, which all is respected, but each position, each person has their own potential, their own prosperity. But in your case, Virgo, accepting that you are alpha, that you are alpha female, that you are alpha male, surrounded by people that may feel, again, fearful of you. But that could be God is sending you around people, places, and things where you don't have to feel like the outsider, where you don't have to feel like you got to fight your way in. Because, again, an exciting new opportunity, career advancement, change your life now. I don't know if I read that, but I'm going to read it twice. When we play cards, you can either play this card once, or it could be seen as number 1 or 11. So you are entering the doorway, whether you know that or not. You're experiencing a karmic situation, which is people in your life are there to show you that you are advancing. Whether you know that or not, they're around to show you it, in your face too. So if you've been expecting the worst, that how you see yourself, or how yourself and your esteem, again, is not accepted, it's probably the environment and the people you're hanging around. It's not that they're at fault, but they have their own lane in life. And can a king hang out with anybody? So now you may have to evaluate who is a king around you and who are commoners, which is not a bad thing. Again, kings and queens protect commoners, protect the common folk, protect the commonwealth, because common people make the wealth of the king, of the queen. Only someone righteous would know that. This king can't be a king by himself. The king would, not less by birth, but even by birth, it could be snatched away by a person. So to know that around you, again, if we had to translate this, imagine you a manager, you have the heart of a manager, you have the heart of a supervisor, you have a heart of a chief executive, yet when you probably had jobs, it was probably of lower positions, because it could have felt comfortable, or that's something you are aware of doing. But it's something in you that is being ascended, that your ancestors are letting you know. They're handing you gifts, or showing you the gifts that's in you that need to come out. So, expecting the word self-fulfilling prophecy, sleepless nights. You only have sleepless nights because you know something is changing. You don't know what that something is, but you can feel it in the air. Wow, you can feel in the air because Archangel Michael. Okay, all right, Michael Jackson. You are the world. And people in the world, they don't care about us. They do care about you, but you got to understand who are the us around you. That awareness of knowing, first, being aware that you are a king. You're a divine king. Whether this is a divine masculine, divine feminine, divine masculine watching, both of you are a king. Okay? The world needs people like you, because there's some people that are not appreciative, and that's the ones that are your kinfolk, from far distance, where you will receive the family that really makes you feel alive, makes you feel that you are here in the world for a reason. That's deep. And most importantly, you're tapping into your Pisces nature. I mean, I believe from watching Water Baby and Ghetto Nun, they both said this, where the Pisces moon is out now, which I believe is your opposite sign, Virgo, which is your dual nature. So yes, you are grounded. You know how to be perfected, but you are now embracing what does that mean for you. As now a Pisces, whatever you have perfected, whatever you have forgiven, is now going to be your fortitude to move forward. Your Pisces inside of you is asking you to become that pioneer, to become that philanthropist, to become even that pirate at times. A pirate is not afraid to take a venture because they know themselves. Every title that I just said, a pioneer, a pirate. They know themselves. So, as you're doing that in the world, a job well done, joy, contentment, and gratitude, the path towards enlightenment. You are enlightened. You're now going to experience what that looks like, feels like to you. If this reading resonates with you, press the like button, share, and subscribe. We will see you on the other side.